Hello everyone, welcome back to Scott Whiskers. I wasn't so sure what to do and how to go on, but do you remember that box of headache pills on the desk in her office? This one.
Very practical after long lectures at the university. Or when my neighbour in the apartment next door once again lets his anger out on his drums. Thin walls is all I'm saying. Thin walls. Always carry Psirian headache tablets with ya.
That's right, because Psirian is potent, well-tolerated, and safe to use from the age of 14.
Psirian, now new with raspberry flavour.
Yay!
Psirian, the delicious pleasure for the whole family. Enjoy! I have unfortunately already reached my limit today with 8 tablets, and am completely clear in the head.
Goody, so,
Back again?
no.
That was all. Bye.
See you soon!
Well, let's help the lady out.
Maybe this can relieve your suffering a little. I have an opened pack of Psirian headache tablets here.
Syrian? Really? The cheap things are not my usual brand, but I think it will do. Ah, that felt good. I can finally think clearly again.
That's good. So,
Again, about Mr. Fumbleclaw?
Lord Fumbleclaw, please. If you don't know the correct form of address for a cat of noble blood, we don't need to talk any further.
Sorry, Lord Fumbleclaw, of course. It won't happen again.
Good. So, what? You're from the local animal shelter?
yes.
Correct, but rather on an unofficial mission. I found your leaflet in my boss's office and would like to help. I'm a big cat fan. Strictly speaking, even my best friend is a cat named Jim.
That's nice.
And as soon as I have a bigger apartment, he'll move in with me. And until then, I visit him every day in the animal shelter and do my work there at the same time.
All very interesting. But what exactly does your street cat have to do with my breeding champion?
Well, I wouldn't know what to do if Jim suddenly disappeared. Surely you're devastated. I'd like to help with the search.
Yes. Well, it is indeed a great drama. You can't even imagine it. The damn cat has been my great hope for winning the Ricky's Finest Cat Beauty Contest. And now, I don't even like to think about it. The competition will probably be won by Lady Beaufort's lice-ridden and extremely ugly cat. And I hate this person from the bottom of my soul.
So all you care about is winning the competition? Don't you miss Lord Fumbleclaw a little bit?
Missing? Well, my dear, I have a cattery of 53 of the noblest cats in the whole country. Each one more beautiful than the other. And that is all that counts. The beauty. So, to answer your question, yes, of course I miss the stupid animal. I miss admiring the cat on the winner's podium. I miss the admiration of my rivals, all without a chance, of course. And I miss the admiring press reports which are full of praise for my victory. So, yes, I really miss all of that.
I understand. Well, anyway, your motives are, of course, your business alone. For me, only the poor animal counts, and every lost cat is one cat too many.
Get to the point.
I have a couple questions for you.
Let's hear it.
Any idea where I should start looking?
Well, Rumstone had the task of taking Lord Fumbleclaw to Ricky's pet salon a few days ago. You need to know that Ricky is a true artiste with scissors and hairdryer, and can conjure up insanely impressive hairstyles, even from the most matted hair. And until the big day of the announcement of Lord Fumbleclaw's victory, it was urgent to get the cat in shape.
And so Rumstone took the cat to Ricky's and also picked him up?
No, he dropped him off at Ricky's in the early morning hours, and was supposed to pick him up in the late afternoon, after the work was done.
And I guess that didn't happen.
Rumstone was there at the pickup time to collect my beautifully groomed animal, but only to receive the bad news from Ricky that Lord Fumbleclaw was nowhere to be found. Ricky only briefly left the salon for a smoke break, leaving the cat alone for 5 minutes.
Whoa, that's bad.
Bad? This is a disaster! And if I don't find my cat by the competition, I'm going to sue Ricky to the last hairpin. That much is for sure.
So I guess I'd best start looking at Ricky's pet salon.
Yes, of course. Did you figure that out all by yourself? Why do you think I'm telling you this story?
That's fine. Then I'd best be on my way right away. There should be a bus stop for the local bus line very close.
Going by bus? Ooh, God, how ordinary. But I guess you have to get there somehow.
I guess Rumstone couldn't just drop me off at Ricky's in the Bentley?
Now, don't be rude. Our Bentley is only for the family. And for friends. And important guests. And you do not belong to any of these groups.
All right. Then I'll be on my way and I'll let you know if there's any news.
Do that. Now, please leave. I urgently need my rest.
My, she's a very friendly one, all right. So, Ricky's pet hairdresser, let's go. Hi. Well.
A state-of-the-art trash can.
Absolutely.
A mouse hole with a for sale sign.
Nice.
Apparently Ricky's hosting his cat beauty contest, Ricky's Finest, again. This is Ricky, owner of the pet salon Ricky's and organizer of the legendary cat beauty contest, Ricky's Finest. He's considered a master of his craft, and his hairstyle creations for dogs and cats transform even the most scruffy Snowy into an Adonis with shiny golden hair. May I interrupt you for a moment?
Why, sure. Need some tips regarding your unkempt hair? I definitely see great potential there, but the missing hand of a professional is clearly visible.
My hair? No. Don't you usually do dogs and cats?
That's true, but hair is hair. And when I see such a problem case like you, I'm forced to interfere.
Yeah, I really appreciate that, and maybe I'll come back to your offer later, but I am here for another reason. I'd like to help in the search for Mr. Fumbleclaw, Lady Diane Longbottom's cat. Surely you know which cat I mean.
Oh no, please don't remind me. Ever since that poor cat disappeared, I am a nervous wreck. That's a total disaster.
So you know who I'm talking about?
But of course, snow white hair, voluminous, no split ends, oh, one of the most beautiful cats I had ever had the pleasure of styling, or had planned to do.
What happened?
Well, I had almost completed all preparations for another hairy work of art. The water had almost the right temperature. The battery of my mobile cat hairdryer was almost charged. Comb and scissors were arranged in perfect symmetry on the dressing table. The meditative pet relaxation music was playing at the perfect volume. And all that was left to do was to take one last creative cigarette break.
Then what?
And then, after the nicotine began to unleash its full creative energy, and I wanted to start working, no trace of Mr. Fumbleclaw far and wide. I had looked everywhere, really everywhere, and turned my salon upside down 100 times. It is a total disaster, and the first time that one of my protégés was lost.
Well, that's why I'm here. I hope very much to be able to help you in the search. Would you mind if I took a look around the salon and the surrounding area?
No, of course not. Feel free to look around everywhere. It is not impossible that I have overlooked something. I am almost blind, you know. One of my last guests was, well, a little uncooperative. And I still have half a can of hairspray in my eyes.
Ouch. I mean, that sounds painful.
You have no idea. Since the pain has subsided to some extent, I see colors that I didn't know before. Which is a real problem in my job. I can't deliver a brown dog in black. That would not be very good for my reputation. So now I'm standing here in the fresh air.
Next to a garbage can wrapped in cigarette smoke.
And wait for brown to be brown again, black to be black again, and white to be white again. After that, I will rejoin the search for Mr. Fumbleclaw. And if you have any questions, whether about Mr. Fumbleclaw or about the possibilities of your hairstyle, just ask me.
Thank you. I will.
Well, I will. There's a security camera. Nice. Maybe it
traffic
recorded
camera.
something important.
It's aimed at the street, right in front of Ricky's pet salon. Maybe the camera recorded something that could help you find Mr. Fumbleclaw. I should ask Ricky about that. An old wooden board. The absorbent wood seems to have absorbed all of the dog urine in the vicinity.
Nice. Can I take it?
Great.
Well,
Now my pants pockets smell like dog urine. A trash can in green colour. Not that it matters.
Yes, do you still need help with your hairstyle?
yes.
Can you possibly tell me something about the traffic camera up there? Could it have recorded something?
That's honestly a good question. The camera was installed up there a while ago to keep an eye on the traffic offenders of this street. For some reason, the area has gradually evolved into a paradise for aspiring Formula One racers. And when crossing the street, it has become a pure gamble whether you will reach the other side of the street alive before the start of the next race.
Sounds like a dangerous place to be.
You have no idea. This used to be such a quiet neighborhood here. And I pray that the runaway Mr. Fumbleclaw did not attempt to cross the street.
That would be bad indeed, but let's think positively. Surely there's a very simple explanation for his disappearance. I'd still like to know what was going on outside your salon at the time of the disappearance.
You think the camera might have recorded something important?
Yeah, that would be logical. If you've already thoroughly searched your salon, it's not impossible that the cat escaped through the open door. Perhaps he's disappeared into one of the surrounding back alleys and is now waiting to be rescued. Do you really have no idea what the recordings could tell me? Have you possibly been busy here in the camera area for the last few days?
Oh no, the camera would probably just show me standing here maintaining my nicotine level.
Alright, in any case, I should take a look at the camera's recordings.
That could be difficult. The camera belongs to the city and is therefore part of the city's traffic monitoring network. Therefore, the records are certainly archived in the nearby police station. You would have to break into the probably best secured building in the vicinity. sneak past the best trained police officers in town, outsmart the most advanced surveillance system in the immediate vicinity, and then make a copy of the surveillance tapes without being noticed.
You say that almost as if it were a major problem. I am quite creative in solving such problems, you must know. At the end of the day, this is about rescuing a helpless cat. I'm happy to take any risk for that.
I think that's great, really, and I really hope that your research will be successful. You will have plenty of time to think about it in the prison cell.
Indeed.
But what did I just tell you? Think positively.
Sorry, you're right, of course. I apologize for my cynicism. Nicotine withdrawal is getting to me. I wish you good luck with your research.
Well,
and please,
thanks,
definitely
Ricky.
let me know if you find out anything.
Off to the police, then. Oh, great. So we have to break in there?
That trash can smells awful. My days as a graffiti artist are actually long gone, but I still like the aroma of paint thinner in the morning.
Huh.
No, I like her colour the way it is.
I have an idea.
No, it would be the wrong colour anyway.
I have another idea.
A classic telephone booth.
Maybe let's spray paint Mr. The hamster.
A human outline made of chalk.
Then have it
Presumably
painted
children have
black
played here with chalk.
And, with a spider sat on it. Donuts, of
A half-rolled
course.
box of delicious donuts.
Cliche here. Can I take it?
Through the window I can see the street in front of the police station.
Why does it...
I can smell the stinky trash from the outside all the way over here. Yuck.
Why does the wall have bullet holes? Huh.
This is a fold-out brochure with portraits of the most wanted criminals in the region.
Oh, come on,
Very
let's see.
creepy.
Let's look at it.
Lots of most wanted
Oh, alright. I thought maybe one of the devs had programmed themselves in here.
Good day, I'd like to report a missing cat.
Good day. Excuse me, a missing cat?
Yes.
This is a police department, not an animal shelter.
Yes, but it is a real emergency. Lord Fumbleclaw's been missing for several days and his family are very worried.
What? A real lord? Then what's all this nonsense about the cat? Inspector Craddock is responsible for noble missing persons cases. However, like me, he is currently very busy and has little time for new cases.
Is the inspector available now? Sounds like he's the right person to talk to about Lord Fumbleclaw's case. I have some clues from the cat's hairdresser that I would like to discuss with the inspector.
Hairdresser? And a cat again? My good boy, you're not under the influence of any substances by any chance? I'm sure I still have a youth education sheet of why drugs are evil lying around here somewhere.
No, I don't do drugs. Lord Fumbleclaw is the cat's name. Can I speak to the inspector now, please?
So now we're back to the cat. I already said that the inspector hardly has time for new cases at the moment. And as sorry as I am, with your blue-blooded animal, missing cats are not really a high priority.
Couldn't I at least have a quick word with the inspector?
Sorry, at the moment that is out of the question.
Perhaps the person in charge of the city surveillance camera would be available to talk to.
That would probably be Sergeant Paul. But Sergeant Paul is also very busy at the moment and has no time for such trifles as a missing cat.
Trifles? I guess you're not a big animal lover.
Nope. I'm allergic to anything that has hair. So,
Also humans?
as I said before, Inspector Craddock is currently investigating an important case of vandalism at the Longbottom family estate. And it is quite simple that the real crime has priority with us, before any missing pets.
I understand. Vandalism at the Longbottoms estate. Is there anything known about it yet?
Are you seriously asking me that? I can't possibly pass on knowledge about the status of the investigation to uninvolved parties.
I'm not uninvolved.
Excuse me?
I mean, I'm not uninterested in the case. I am, well, also something of an amateur detective.
I bet you are. Still, why don't you leave the police work to the real police? And if you really have something to contribute to the case, you're welcome to make an appointment with the inspector for next week.
But it's really, really important that I talk to the inspector now.
Not a chance. As I said, we are all very, very busy here. Now please, don't waste any more of my time. I have important things to do.
Yeah, like jerking off.
All right. I will be back.
I bet you will.
It's a goner.
Let's try some paint on the hamster. More like, oh, that. Okay.
So now the black monster became a brown monster. Ugh, I hate spiders. No, it's not going. I like the idea, but I better not mess with Susie's hamster while she's still in the room. I think the child is capable of anything.
Now I know. The missing ingredient is thioacetone.
Or is it?
All right. Let's make sure that Susie's dream of a monster movie comes true. And at the same time, and I'm pretty sure of this, save Mr. Snuggles' life.
Hopefully.
Come to Papa. And in you go, you nasty spider. Ta-da! What a great special effect on 8 legs.
Hey, what are you doing? Hands off my experiment. I still need the hamster.
What hamster?
What the heck? Where is my hamster?
Hamster? You mean the one that just turned into that nasty monster right before my eyes?
Excuse me? Please don't pull my leg. Are you sure?
I'm telling you,
Sure.
I wouldn't lie to a child. 1 second he was there, and the next he looked like... whatever that is.
Really?
Really?
Wow! That means my last formula for Mr. Snuggles' food addition actually worked. Oh, I still can't believe it. I have created a monster. Fantastic. I think I'm about to faint. Yay! Yay!
Hey!
Yay! Yes!
I guess congratulations are in order. Sounds like you're a big step closer to your planned monster movie.
You have no idea what this success means for my project. Mr. Snuggles' transformation into this monster tarantula was the missing piece of the puzzle.
So it doesn't bother you that the monster is so small and lazy?
I admit that the final result is not quite ideal, but the size can be compensated very easily with suitable camera setting. And as for the movement, I'll have to resort to subtle CGI effects. But just on a minimal level, really. The effects in my movie should still remain practical in nature, and CGI only where there really is no other way.
Sounds like your masterpiece could be in theatres soon.
Hopefully soon. Yes, because of the expanded CGI effects budget, I'm facing an awkward conversation with the movie's producer for now.
Producer?
My father.
Oh, I see.
Yes, somehow he still thinks I should just make my movie with clay puppets. With clay dolls. How old am I? 4? Unfortunately, I really can't avoid modelling and visualising planned CGI scenes in the modelling clay first. As a rule, however, Father is quickly convinced when he sees my visions before his eyes. So it's just an annoying formality.
Great! Sounds like you've got everything under control. And I'm pretty sure that one of the legs of your hamster spider just moved.
Really?
I already said it before. I wouldn't lie to a child.
Great! But now, I really have to get back to work. Unfortunately, my supply of modelling clay is almost gone, and I urgently need to produce new clay.
Can't you just send Rumstone out to buy some?
You can't just get movie modelling clay at the store. It has very special requirements. It must not melt away when the cameras are running. No, I prefer to make it myself. I'm pretty good at chemistry, you know. And I strive for perfection in all areas of my movie.
Then have fun!
Thanks. Then, though, I still don't really understand what you actually want here in my room. I don't think you're much good as a pizza boy.
I'm not a pizza boy.
I hate spiders. But I love hamsters. I'm torn between, "Aw, how cute," and bleh.
Right, so what do I do now? I got the hamster.
I don't want to scare Mr. Snuggles unnecessarily. I like Mr. Snuggles' fur colour the way it is.
I think I need some more.
Mr. Snuggles has... perfectly clean. There's nothing to wipe up.
Talk to Inspector Craddock or Sergeant Paul. All right.
Hey, what do you think you're doing? You have no business there. Get out of here.
Oops, that's not the door to the toilet.
Okay, so... search for the code for the door lock and find a way to distract the constable.
Casino Royale by Ian Fleming. I'm tempted to try one of these, but donut theft is one of the worst crimes you could commit in a police department.
True.
Now it's nice and quiet in here again. Nevertheless, this room will not get rid of the stench of the trash can from the street anytime soon. My grandfather told me that it was used to make phone calls until the late...
True.
A phone booth... The window belongs to the police station.
Oh, you don't say.
I think the window's made out of bulletproof glass. The tightly locked window belongs to the police station. The outline reminds me of someone. No, I don't want to throw that away.
I wouldn't do that either.
No. Maybe have another idea.
No. Actually not.
This is apparently a service directive. To all employees of this precinct, 0000 or 1234 are not secure passwords. All door code accesses were reset to our officers' birth dates. Every civil servant must memorize his birthday by heart. And speaking of birthdays, the festivities for Constable Smith's birthday this month won't start until after hours this year, and not a minute earlier. And all officers are expected to return their service weapons to the armory before the festivities begin this year.
So, when's your birthday, Constable?
Yes? Is there anything else I can help you with?
I'd like to apply for the police academy.
You? Really? What makes you think you have the qualifications to be a police officer?
Which are?
Well, for one thing, there is the utmost respect for the law.
I have always been a law-abiding citizen and never got caught, even in my wild years.
Furthermore, you need to be up to date with the current legislation.
I've seen all the Police Academy movies. Even the awful Police Academy series from the 90s, which killed the series.
In firearms training, you will have to achieve best performances.
I was Call of Duty state champion in the 7 to 12 age group. And one of the few who beat the original Doom in the difficulty level Nightmare without cheating.
Then, of course, physical fitness plays a big role.
Have you ever played the game Summer Games on my grandpa's Commodore 64?
I'm afraid I don't know your grandpa at all.
Do you know the relay racing? Pole vault? 100 meters race? Well, I mastered all these disciplines without destroying my grandpa's original Competition Pro joystick in the process.
Further, a police officer trained in psychology must never be ruffled, no matter what the situation.
Do you know my crazy neighbour George?
I'm afraid I don't know George either.
No. You don't? George, who's constantly preparing for the end of the world? George, who tries to sell me a seat in his doomsday bunker 5 times a day? George, who holds regular doomsday emergency drills in his 20-square-foot apartment next to mine? George, who thinks that loud heavy metal music at 5 a.m. will cause aliens from the Andromeda Nebula to hear him and save him from our cursed Earth? Well, I've been George's immediate neighbour for 3 years now, and my nerves are stronger than ever. I am cool as a cucumber. Frickin' lunatic, George.
I guess.
So far, so good. And last but not least, the most important characteristic of a police officer of all, the point that decides whether you have what it takes to be a law enforcement officer.
The ability to rescue cats from tall trees.
Yes.
No, that's the job of the colleagues in the fire department. I'm talking about never, and I mean never, going into a mission hungry. At all times, really, at all times, keep your blood sugar levels at the required deployment level.
Oh, good. I'll keep it in mind.
In case of doubt, the required blood glucose level decides between life and death. And in your case, My blood sugar level decides whether or not you get a recommendation from me for the police academy.
I see.
So,
Good.
feed
Now
him
go and make
donuts.
sure that the donut box at the front entrance is refilled. Think of it as a final test that will determine your
Really?
suitability to become
Officer.
a police officer.
I'll take care of it right away.
Good boy. And always remember, no power to drugs.
ACAB.
Thank you. See you later.
Of course, I'm always happy to help a law-abiding citizen. And always remember, say no to drugs.
Sure.
The donuts are for the officers of the precinct, so that they can start the day freshly strengthened.
Yeah. I can't just, can I? Maybe there's some food in here.
I actually feed myself exclusively on cooked pasta.
Oh, interesting.
The cable fits all sorts of devices. It provides enough light to work through my university exam preparations. That is, if I can ever bring myself to do it. Mr. or Mrs. Mouse must have moved out recently and forgotten.
Oh, cute.
Ricky presents some fancy examples of dog hairstyles here. Strangely surreal images of dogs. A typical sink like any hairdresser uses for washing hair.
Oh, marks.
That's 3 pretty deep imprints in the carpet. A wheel for hamsters.
Well, Mr.
Snuggles would love to go a few rounds on this awesome hamster wheel. I better place the wheel somewhere stable beforehand. Good. I'm sure I'll find another hamster who will be happy about it.
Oh, there's... Can I take those?
Good. A pair of sharp
have an
scissors
idea.
in your pocket.
Give me that.
Too bad about the beautiful broom. With this, I can probably kiss my Quidditch career goodbye.
Oh, okay, so now
I
can
wouldn't want to do that to the little guy.
No.
Wouldn't it be great if that had worked now? But unfortunately it didn't.
What do I need that fringes for?
I'm afraid that's not going to work anymore. I have more of a talent of breaking things than putting them back together.
Yeah, same.
A winner's podium. Presumably for the winners of Ricky's Cat Beauty Contest, Ricky's Finest.
Is that a shark?
The sink must be leaking. Or one of Ricky's customers has been playing water games here.
I don't want to know.
I know this guy from somewhere. It also lives in the bathroom mirror in my apartment. Kind of creepy.
Yep, absolutely creepy.
Ugh, nothing in the world would make me voluntarily use this toilet.
Also, it's sealed off.
Small change for the cleaning lady. Not that a cleaning lady ever entered this area of Ricky's salons. As this restroom has never been visited by a cleaner, I don't have to feel guilty.
Oh, so I stole some change, so maybe I'm a bad boy enough right now.
No, it's not going to work out that way.
Alright.
No. Maybe have another idea.
No.
No, I don't want to do that. That doesn't really make much sense. Unfortunately, this does not work. This doesn't work. Mr. Snuggles would love to go a few rounds on the... I better place the wheel somewhere. In another dimension, that would probably have worked.
Great, so where
This
do
does
I...
not need to be coloured. No. It would be the wrong colour anyway.
Huh. Now, ladies and gentlemen, that should be all for now. Thanks for watching. I have to get some more coffee. See you soon.